A cheap solar battery can appear to be a great deal until you really figure out what it's going to cost you over 10 years. G'day everyone, Dan and Matt here from GI Energy again. Today we're talking about solar batteries, specifically cheap solar batteries. The federal government announced a rebate structure midway through 2025, and ever since then batteries have just basically, the volume of batteries installed has just gone through the roof. The scheme has been very good because it's meant that homeowners get affordable batteries. It will help stabilize the grid in the long term, and overall it's a positive thing. Unfortunately, as with any government subsidy, you could point to roof bats, you could point to when solar panels were first subsidised, lots of other things along the way. There is some significant downside. We're seeing a lot of that at the moment, not just with really cheap batteries, but that is going to be the serious downfall for a lot of customers that are thinking they're getting a great deal. I even had a friend of mine who I hadn't seen for a while call me up recently and said, I want a battery. Started talking to him about it and told him what it cost, and he nearly fell off his chair because he'd seen an advert for $6,000 for a 48 kilowatt hour battery. Anybody in the industry that is doing a good job of installing a good quality product knows that that is absolutely ridiculous. But as a customer, you don't know.
Of course.
This guy's a smart guy, and he's just seen an ad on his Facebook and he's looked into it. Luckily, I was there to talk to him about it, and he hasn't gone and bought one because he'll almost certainly come unstuck. So we're going to try and just unravel a little bit of why that is, so that hopefully people can make up their own mind and not get caught out. So yeah, I guess where do we start? What's one of the big things there that you're going to get caught out with those cheaper batteries, would you say?
Just one.
We'll try and go through a few of them.
I guess it's, yeah, as you mentioned before, that story is one that I could probably share a dozen of personally and from the guys in the office in week by week, because there's just so many, because at the moment there's a great urgency and incentive for a particular solar retailer that is providing one of those products at a very low price with some tweaks to the subsidy and other things where it can definitely sound like a brilliant product. I think the scary part is there's a lot of these new brands where there's names that we see, and every year we go to a conventional too, where you see all the big stands, nice glossy pictures and people there and everything else. Every year there are way more brands, and the ones you saw last year, probably half of those have disappeared. I think this year, towards the end, it's going to be an even greater number that have started, and even more that have fallen away because of the tweaks that are coming. So I think the real issue is, it's the installation side as well that obviously generally accompanies a cheaper product, because if it's a cheaper product, it's quite likely that that'll be rushed because a lot of money hasn't been set aside to do the installation. So whether that's the cabling, the switchboard work, location of where it may be. So, okay, the ideal location was a nice shady area, a south-facing wall, a garage, but the meter box is on the north wall, on a 2-story house with no awning or something else, and it's just left there in the sun. And yeah, obviously in the Australian sun, nothing copes pretty well, realistically. So all those little things that are associated with it. The warranty is the scary thing, because everything on a piece of paper has a very long warranty. 10 years, which pretty much every battery will have at a percentage of the original capacity, be that 60 or 70%. That's just a prerequisite to have that battery installed in Australia. It
has to be there.
It has to be, and I know you share a statistic about panels that people are probably really bored about, so I'll say it. But between 2013 and 2020, 83% of all solar manufacturers of panels at that time that were available left the market, which I believe was somewhere around over 300 brands.
So many,
That's massive. The same thing is going to happen. We have this conversation all the time. It would be so easy for us to use one of these products. We'd install far more systems, but you just know what's coming. And it's going to happen quicker than people think. By the end of 2025, nearly 200,000 batteries have been installed in 6 months.
Yeah.
That's insane. Absolutely insane. From January 26 to April 26, before that tweak occurs, I reckon there'll be another 150,000 probably.
Yeah.
Because people are going to be doing Saturdays.
Yeah.
Just going gung-ho to get as many installed as quick as they can, because it's just an absolute free-for-all.
Yeah.
Which has then been accompanied by these other products on the market. So if something sounds too good to be true, it generally is.
Yeah.
A lot of these products, it's cheaper to install a 50 kilowatt hour battery than a 10 kilowatt hour battery because the subsidy covers that cost.
Yeah.
If you just think about that for a second, that's pure insanity to me. Anything of quality costs a reasonable amount of money. And it also requires someone with a reasonable amount of nous and professionalism and care to then install it correctly and safely. And that's the scary thing here, because we've done this for so long. You can just see what's happening. I've gone a bit off a tangent there, but you asked for one thing, but yeah.
I think what you've done there has summed it up pretty well. I think there's a lot of stuff going on in the industry. Our solar industry has always been one that has been very heavily cost focused. There's a very low barrier to entry to become a solar retailer. You don't even need any accreditation. You can just have a mobile phone and find a subcontractor who will install for you, and you can go and sell solar.
Yeah.
It's that easy. So there's a lot of companies getting involved. There always has been, and with new government subsidies, there's even more.
Just swells again, yeah.
And the easy way to win business, if you're a new company or you're potentially not that sophisticated in the way that you do business, is just let's be cheaper than everyone else. So that's the first thing everyone does. I'm going to find out how I can be as cheap as possible. I'm going to put an advert on Facebook, advertising price, and I'm going to get leads and deals that way. And that's what people do. So how do they do that? Well, their management meetings, if there's more than one person involved, is a cost-focused meeting. So they look for the cheapest product, the cheapest people to install it. They look for the cheapest time, the way to support it in terms of after sales, if there is anything. And then they chip away at things. So installing a large, say 50 kilowatt hour battery with a very small inverter is one of the practical things that we can give people in terms of information to take away from this. That means that you're going to charge and discharge your battery very slowly, if at all. And in some cases, it's literally impossible to charge and discharge your battery with that size inverter. So that's one way of saving cost. Another one is by just, what was I going to say then? So you've got the inverter size.
Backup.
The backup, sorry, that was it, yeah. So having very poor backup can save money, or just not installing backup, not doing the upgrades that are required to make the backup safe from a circuit breaker perspective.
Yeah.
There's another practical thing that people are doing. And then, as you said, it's the install quality as well. It's getting people to thrash through as many of these as possible, because someone said to me the other day when I was explaining this to them, the way that people are setting these up, it's not a business that they're operating. It's a government rebate cash grab.
Yeah.
And that's probably, to me, that's actually a good way of summarising it. They've seen the benefit of subsidies.
Yeah.
They're installing the biggest batteries possible for as cheaply as possible, making a small amount of money on each one, but doing load.
Yeah.
And then you'll probably never hear from them again.
Well, you can technically sign off 2 batteries a day.
Yeah.
2 AC coupled batteries. So if there's no panels involved and you're just bolting on a battery to an old inverter, a licensed electrician, solar accredited, can sign off 2 of those jobs a day.
Yeah.
A battery of that capacity with any reasonable cable run and switchboard work is going to take a day, realistically. Maybe not a full day, but it's going to take 7 or 8 hours.
Yeah.
You could do a small 2-module, 3-module battery, or if you've already got a hybrid inverter, you could do 2 of those a day with short cable runs and stuff like that. That's definitely achievable. But those bigger ones, you're talking, you could be lifting 500 kilos in weight.
Yeah.
And that battery may be 20 meters from the switchboard that you've got to get cable back to. There's just no feasible way that can be achieved in that time frame.
Yeah.
But it is. Friends of mine, other people in the industry, there's photos where you go around, there's people installing batteries at 10 p.m. at night with torches, because they're just banging out that second one before midnight and probably roll on to the next one at 5 a.m. the next day.
Yeah.
The cash grab analogy I hadn't heard in that sense. It makes complete sense to me, because that's what it feels like. And the whole point of us putting out this content, I know for yourself as well, is is just to give people that information.
Yeah.
I had a gentleman the other day, existing client that we installed a system for in 2016, looking at a quality battery, 3-phase site, wants more panels, wants full backup. It's an up and over 2-story house. Like, it's a massive job, switchboard upgrade. And yep, was pretty keen on everything else. Seen one of these adverts, this one's 10 grand less. I might just go with that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what are the reasons for it, everything else? And it was like, well, I know it's inferior, but it might just give me something in the interim. It's like, there is no interim here.
Yeah.
That battery might last 2 years, might last 5 years. Let's hope it lasts 10. At that point when it fails, someone's got to come to site, remedy and fix the system.
Yeah.
Most likely remove the system.
Yeah.
If it's taken them a day to put it together,
Yeah.
you're then paying someone a day's labour, 2 people to take it away. We've been replacing batteries for some clients where they've had an older, low quality battery installed years ago and now they want to access the subsidy. It's very expensive to do that.
Yeah, it is.
To decommission a battery and then dispose of it correctly. There was one where I think it was only a 16 kilowatt hour battery and I reckon it was about $1,500 to do that.
To get rid of it, yeah.
Two people, a couple of hours, and then to dispose of it as well. And then the open-ended question there is what happens with all that waste in the future, and that's probably not something worth getting into now, but it's really just opening that can of worms for what occurs there, because there's just so much of this going on and being installed that it's you're basically just kicking that cost down the road.
Yeah, I think so.
You could get a system that's 10 grand instead of 20 grand. That 10 grand that you've saved, that cost's coming somewhere. A fair portion of that cost is going to come to fix it, most likely remove it and start the process again.
Yeah.
Whereas with a quality system from a great installer, and there's so many great installers in this industry.
Yeah, we're the best, but there's a few others.
That's a given, I think. But it's just that there's so many great people that will guide you through this process to get a really quality product that gives you the backup, gives you the functionality, the innovation, whatever it is that you need that may suit the existing system. These other systems that are just bolting on, 9 times out of 10, they're not doing that and they're not fitting that brief, but they're cheap.
Yeah. Also, what happens there in the real world is you install a big battery now for very little money up front because of the subsidy. Let's say it lasts three years, because some of these are not going to last 5.
Yeah.
So now that comes, you pick up the phone, no one answers it, so you call someone else, say, we come and look at it. Okay, now we've got to take it away, and as you said, that costs money to do that, but now you've got to put another one in.
Yeah.
And you don't get subsidised.
Yeah.
You're certainly not going to get subsidised at the same rate as you have now, because that's gone soon.
Yeah.
It's going to be a much smaller subsidy imminently.
Yeah.
So now you're paying a lot closer to full price for what you've got used to having a big battery.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not going to want to go for a smaller battery. Now you're not paying the same as what you paid again. You're paying 4, 5, 6, 7 times as much to get the same product of good quality installed the second time. In Australia, you don't need to do that. The return on investment for a good quality product that's priced correctly is phenomenal.
Yeah.
We've got great sunlight, great sunshine, great subsidies. Everything is just like this perfect storm to give you the opportunity to have a fantastic return on investment on a solar and battery. But because the way the industry is focused, there's just cheap, cheap, cheap. You really do have to be careful.
Yeah. It sounds like you're banging on about it in that way, but it's you're trying to educate people to just scratch that surface a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I think that's what needs to happen, because you see these glossy adverts and they've paid a celebrity or a sports person or someone to be on that advert and tell you how great it is.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd have that product at home.
No,
or if they do, it's been put in there, obviously, for free, of course.
Well, how much do they know about solar and batteries?
I don't know personally, but you see some of the adverts and they pop up. One will probably pop up while you're watching this as the leading advert, because a lot of them sponsor other channels.
Yeah, of course.
Because obviously then it's quite likely that you're going to click on that sort of stuff. So if there's an advert associated with this that's 6 or 7 grand for a 50 kilowatt hour battery, I don't want it on there, take it off please. But that's probably going to be showing, because it's just clickbait, isn't it? That's just what's going to happen.
Yeah, and I mean, you said it's like we're banging on about it. We are, and but the reason is not so you come and buy a battery from us. I just don't want you to buy a cheap battery and come unstuck.
Yeah.
We can't possibly install for everybody. There's areas that we don't service. The reason we're making these videos is not so you come and buy from us. It's so you buy the right thing for you.
Yeah.
And we want to raise the bar in the industry. We don't want to just go and become part of this cash grab that's happening in the industry. We want people to get good batteries. We want them to stabilise the grid.
Yeah.
We want the government incentive to be well used and for that funding, taxpayers' funding, to be used properly.
Yeah.
And so many of these batteries that are being installed just aren't going to work. So you're not ticking any of those boxes under those circumstances. So we are banging on about it, but I am passionate about it. And I might sound like a broken record, but hopefully people, if they're watching this, will take away from it. Do your due diligence.
Yeah.
Don't just shop on price. Talk to a company who is going to take the time to design a system for you. We don't recommend the same thing for everybody.
No.
I mean, you speak to 5 people, there's a good chance there's 5 very different systems there, depending on what they need for backup, what their charge and discharge needs to be, obviously what their grid requirements are, future loads, current loads, do they have an electric vehicle, what are their expectations? The list goes on and on and on. And 90% of companies in Australia are not doing that properly. You said before, there's a lot of good installers out there, and there are. So we're not asking you to buy from us. If you want to come and talk to us, great. But more than that, talk to someone reputable and do your due diligence, because there's going to be a lot of people getting burned here. And it's happened previously with solar panels. It's going to be a lot worse with batteries. So we might sound like a broken record, but hopefully, repetition is the mother of skill. And if people are listening to this, it might hit home and save you some money in the future, because that's really what we want.
Absolutely. As you said, you're just creating a headache, essentially, that you don't want. And if you were going to do that, I'd just do nothing.
As sad as it is.
It's such a silly thing to say in some ways, but people that I've spoken to that may not necessarily want to spend that amount of money, which is completely fine. I'd just say just don't do anything, because you could do something and it might seem okay, and you speak to people and they're like, oh, well, on social media, it's been working okay for 3 months. You absolutely hope it would be, because if it isn't, you'd have heard about that part as well. But 3 months is very different to 3 years, and 3 years to 10 years also. So it's something worth looking at, not just on price, as you mentioned before. There's multiple resources online that will give you great information, but also a lot of that forums and social media pages now is just purely dominated by the end user that have potentially got one of these systems installed, and they're not all going to fail. I'm not saying that at all, but the high likelihood of that occurring is what's really scary. And as you said, it's just about raising the bar in this industry, because there's some genuine people that use great gear and do want to do it properly, because that's what's going to keep us around as long as possible, isn't it? Essentially.
Definitely. We could talk about this all day, really, couldn't we? And we do. That's what we do here. We try and improve quality at the sake of quantity at times. We could probably be a much larger company if we were willing to do things differently, but we'd rather install a good number of very good quality systems. But we could talk about it all day, and we won't. But if there's some questions there that are unanswered from listening to this, please do get in touch. You can just ask us in the comments or get in touch with us through any of our channels. And we've got a team of people here that think the same as me and Matt do. And we'd love to be helpful if we can. And if not, hopefully you've got some value from this. And maybe it will save you from making a mistake and save some money in the future. So thanks very much for taking the time to watch.
Thank you.